Okay, so I got this little rover, okay? And this rover's got, so this is called an RTG. It's very expensive. It basically like generates like nuclear power. And then and that powers this rover. And it has a little drill on the end of it, as you can see. I'm gonna show that drill. Basically, I can turn it on. It drills very nicely. And then hold on. And this little canister here, with the little green ring, is like collecting the soil that this thing drills. You see it slowly filling up. But basically, basically, this soil can be used to, I can put it in like a centrifuge, which like spins around and it extracts stuff out of the soil and gives me resources I actually need. Alright, yeah, so now I got that filled up, I can drive my rover back up to the base, and this is where it all goes down. So I put my canister up in here, make sure it's rotated correctly. Now, so this thing is producing ammonium. It's, and this little icon here says that it's being looped, so it's constantly producing ammonium. So these arms right here, this auto arm, it will take the empty soil canister, take it back to the full canister, so I just filled up with the rover, put it back into this thing to fill the machine back up to produce more ammonium, and then ammonium is produced here, and then and everything that's produced here gets put on this table in this array of auto arms. So each auto arm has like an item that's like that it's like bounded to. So for example, like this one, it will only pick up this resource right here. So it will ignore all other items that are on this table except for that resource. And that's the same for all of these items here. And these here are my canisters. So it's storing items. Like for example, like I've got 14 ammonium in here, and it keeps producing it here. Like we can watch one ammonium be made. It's want to be done. So it's spinning around. There's still ammonium spinning around, and then it takes a second, and then hold up. So it finishes, gets taken out there, put on the table, gets detected by that alarm, and put into its canister. And then we got 15 ammonium. And then what's going on, it takes a new soil canister, puts it in the machine to fill it up, starts making another ammonium, all automatically. And how this is being powered is through this. This is my so these are all batteries here. And so these ones are empty, and they each store 32 U's of power and produce 1 U a second. So, for example, like with the centrifuge on, which is always running, it draws 6 U's of power. So if there is no sun and no wind, well, we'll see it's there right now, so there is sun. So these panels are currently giving power. But if it's nighttime, there's no wind, it will draw from 6 batteries. Just this thing right here. And these will eventually run out, but they get charged back up with the sun. And these right here, these are bigger batteries that store 512 U's and produce 5 U's a second. And I got these wind turbines. This is a big wind turbine right here. I'm currently trying to research how to get the XL wind turbine. Actually, I'm gonna make that right now. It's not even that hard here, so I'll just unlock it. 1 iron, 1 ceramic. So this is an iron. This is a ceramic, and then I need graphene. Now, graphene is, I believe, 2 graphite and 1 hydrazine. Did I pass it? No, it's just 1 graphite, 1 hydrazine. Okay, so I'm storing graphite in these things. I forget which one is in though. this one right here. So this is a graphite. See, I get easy storage to all this stuff now. This is why this is so useful. And I can make this machine here produce more than this ammonium. I can make it I can make it mass produce like a whole array of things. So get my graphite. Now I should have hydrazine around here. Okay, I do not have hydrazine. I do not have hydrogen yet, so or hydrazine yet. See, so this is hydrogen. So I take hydrogen. To make hydrazine, you need 2 ammonium and 1 hydrogen. So I'll take 2 of these clumps of ammonium. Run back over to the chemistry lab. Grab the hydrogen. Find hydrazine. Make hydrazine. I also need aluminum alloy, which is aluminum and copper. Makes aluminum alloy. So this is the hydrazine. Now this stuff is very explosive. Like, so over here is this is some dynamite. If I were to set this off next to the hydrogen, it would blow up this entire camp. So that's why I have the dynamite over there. So now, so we got our aluminum, our copper. We need to make aluminum alloy. Boom. And that's doing its thing. See, so this thing draws 10 U's of power, and this thing collects gases. Like, this is how I get hydrogen, for example. So, and then it draws 20 U's of power. Okay, so here's the aluminum alloy. Now, aluminum alloy. I think I've got everything. Oh no, I need to make the graphene. So that's the graphite and hydrazine. And then, as I was cooking up, these are my smelting furnaces. This is how I get like the iron and stuff. This is how I smelt the iron. So this is graphene. Now I think that's everything I need. So this is the large printer. Now I need to find XL wind turbine. See that? Craft that. And this thing will like 3D print it. But it takes a while. And this thing's still been hard at work. I'm actually going to turn it off. I feel like I've got enough ammonium. See, and now these auto arms, each of them draws 1 U of power, even if they're all just like, idling. So I put a switch here so I can turn it off so it stops drawing power, because it draws a lot of power. Yeah. I'm gonna pause. See, and all of these things are going here. See, but it's nighttime, so all these panels are all closed. So I'm just running off of wind power, and if the wind's not blowing, then I'm running off batteries. But I've never I've never emptied the batteries before, so I've got a pretty good power system. So yeah, so it is currently drawing from batteries right now because we have no wind at all, or no sunlight. So you can see these little icons that the batteries are being drained. But luckily for us right now, we aren't running that. We're only running one machine right now, which is the large printer. And then see, and then look at the wind; it's already back on. So, like, the only situation where I would run out of power is that if the wind was not blowing for a long time, and yeah, we ran out of batteries. So yeah. And in that case, I would just take the freaking RTG, which is running, which produces 4 U's of power all time. It's just like nuclear energy. Like so it doesn't rely on wind, or it's very good. See, so this thing's being printed. It takes a while, like a good while to print. But this is a big old wind turbine. I think it'll generate. It produces 17 U's of power. Oh wait, actually, it's fun. Oh shoot. Okay, so I can unbox this. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it in this corner. and then we just connect it to the rest of the base. Press deploy. Boom. There isn't any wind right now, obviously, but that is an XL wind turbine. And there also are big solar panels too, like the solar array, but they aren't that good, honestly, in my opinion. And so yeah, that's that.